Okay, 8 p.m. and it's February 15th. This is pretty much the eve of my going out for Swift and actually driving with the mentor. Really quick about my mentor, I'll go ahead and get in that really quick. My mentor sounded pretty cool. He gave me a call, real high energy kind of guy, and really cool guy. He pretty much told me, that he drives the Southwest states, which means I'm gonna probably drive the Southwest states with him at least. But he said be ready because at any moment you can pretty much go anywhere. So I was preparing for snow and all this other crap, but he was saying he hasn't had to go into that quite yet, although he has been in those situations. But like recently, he's been only doing Southwest. So he told me Utah, Salt Lake, Nevada, California. My guess is probably New Mexico. He said Arizona, Phoenix, I believe, is where Swift is actually based out of. But the guy was cool. He was like, hey, my cab is your cab, although it's my cab and I have to be responsible for it, but don't think I'm the bully of it. So obviously, we're gonna share stuff and yada yada yada. And he sounded really cool. He wanted me to make some rules, but I really have none at this current moment. Other than, I just told him, hey, let's just keep it professional. We'll be cool. I'm gonna do whatever you tell me to do because I want to learn. But just be cool about stuff, and unless you be professional at all times, I'm really good with that. And obviously, I told him, like when you're courting anything, it's like you don't really know what gets you, pet peeves you until you actually bump into it. So I told him that's pretty much how I'm gonna play it. Is like, I don't have any rules at the current moment. I really don't care what you do, other than treat me with respect. I'm not a little boy. We men here, and from there, we'll go as we go. So if I see something that I need to mention, I'll just say it. Really cool. So the final day was this, okay? They talked about the mentorship program, and they said pretty much this. And this is really neat because it takes a lot of stress off you. And it goes like this: your mentor is there to show you the ropes, and not to babysit you with your logs. You're responsible for those, but to help you with everything else, including the logs sometimes. But for the most part, to show you everything. All the things you're supposed to know for when you get back from your training. You can pass the test, the written and the driving test, in order to become a solo driver. What they're gonna do is they'll give you via Qualcomm or text or however you want to say it, three calls. I think it's like once a week, but for the most part, they're gonna contact you anywhere from 3 to 4 times, and they're pretty much gonna ask you, private conversation wise, how's it going? How's your trainer? Is he cool? Is he teaching you? Do you want another one? So they've made this option for you to jump out if the training isn't working. And that's good because obviously people's stress is like, well, can I, what if my trainer stinks and all this other junk? I don't think it's gonna be the case with mine. I'm crossing my fingers right there. See, crossing my fingers. And I think it's gonna be cool. But for the most part, it's really good to know that no stress wise, you have the right to opt out of this trainer and get into another one. Just in case you have a bad experience. Which is cool. So day 3. So here's what they're talking about. Not only the mentorship program, but they talked about this. My thing is this: is Swift a good company? Is it a good company to work for? Because I've heard 50-50 crap all over, YouTube and all these other Google it or whatever. People reviews of Swift and Swift stinks and they don't give you freight and also the garbage they pay you blah. And, okay, so I get that. Hey, look, if that's the truth, that's the truth. I don't know what to say. But this is what the fleet manager said, from Fontana office in Swift. His whole thing is this: he says, look, just for you sitting here, eating the lunch break food and training here with the orientation and the books we're giving you, out of pocket, it's anywhere from $5,000 to $7,000 to train you guys. Now, who knows? it could have been a dollar sandwich. I don't know. But the point is, he was mentioning that it costs money. And then for you to go out with the mentor, that's going to cost money. You're driving, anywhere from something to $100,000, vehicle, and you're carrying, product, from our own customers that pay good money. So he was saying, we're not here to pretty much, put you in a jam. We're not here to make you poor. Matter of fact, I want to see, go-getters. So he gave an example of driver A, driver B. Driver B was a dude who was like, Swift stinks, and on his lunch break, Swift stinks, and all that. And he's talking to his friend, I got no freight, and nobody's hiring me, or not hiring me, but nobody's giving me work, and da-da-da, I'm sitting all the time, and I got hours, and blah, blah. And then what happens is dispatch is like, hey, can you work this day? Or, hey, can you go here? I'm tired, and whatever. And so he's turning down loads, he's complaining, he only works his 6,500 miles a month to be considered full time. He doesn't work a mile after that. He takes advantage of all the off time he possibly can get, and he complains. Driver A is a dude who's like, I have hours free, my hours are reset, I'm ready, I have hours to burn, let's get busy, you know, hey dispatch, do you have any loads? Oh, I'm sorry, driver A, not yet. Okay, no worries, I'm gonna stay on call every now and then. And he calls and he calls and he calls and he calls, and basically at the end of the day, you know, they're like, yeah, driver A is ready, you know, let's give him a load, get him off my butt. I'm tired of him asking me, so give him a load. And driver A gets a load. So basically in the business, they're pretty much, their nutshell was this: we're not hiring you to fire you. You can get fired, you can get let go, but we're not trying to, because we invest so much money into you. So on that note, we want to see go-getters, because at the end of the day, if you're not driving, we're not making money, and if you're not driving, you're not making money. So it's a win-win. Drive and make money, that's all there is to it. Their whole thing is, when you have a company vehicle, if you're looking to take a whole week off, then most likely they're going to have you clean out the vehicle, and because obviously it's a vehicle that needs to be running, because that's what makes them money. But they're like, but hey, if you're a go-getter, man, you're hustling, you're always out, you're out and about on the road, and yada yada, they're gonna let you keep the vehicle, and it's still theirs. You're not the owner, but you keep the vehicle, and now it's making sense in regards to, like, you know, my trainer or my mentor, he had this vehicle for 7 months already. And I asked him if he had a fridge and a microwave, which most of them sometimes, you know, most drivers carry with them. And he was saying no. But it makes sense, because if you're taking a week off, or you're taking, I don't know, 4 days or whatever the case may be, they're going to have you clean out the vehicle, which means you got to empty it of all your possessions, including microwave and fridge. Who knows when they're going to get that vehicle again. So you don't want to leave those things in there. You can't make modifications to the vehicle, obviously. Like, if you want to put in a radio, you want to put into this and that, you want to drill a hole, you can't do that. It's Swift's vehicle. You got to keep it the way it was. Keep it nice and neat. There's obviously rules, but for the most part, keep it nice and neat. DOT, Department of Transportation, looks for messy vehicles to stop, because that's a good indication that you don't have your crap in order. So all these are really cool tips, but the third day was really good, because I got all that information, and it really just showed me Swift, as far as being on paper and by words alone, they seem like a really up and up company, and I'm pretty excited that I found a good company. But you know, obviously time will tell, and obviously I'll log it. I mean, what can I do? You know, I'm just got to go through it. But I'm hoping you guys benefited from that so far. I'm gonna release these 3 videos. I'm gonna try to do it today. It's 8:08. I'm about 8 minutes in, and at the end of the day, I just want to hurry up and get this out, because the next time that I will be videoing, most likely will be either in the truck, if he lets me, or on my break. And I'm just gonna, you know, do this is where I'm at right now, and obviously I'll be doing it via my camcorder and not my Mac. So I don't know when I'll get them up, but I'll get them up, because not only am I going to try to, you know, benefit those who are watching, trying to get into a good company and want to know how to get started, but also, you know, now I'm doing it because, you know, I need my family to you know, see the videos and to stay fresh with me and know what I'm up to and all this other stuff. So if you like this, or you know, you're getting something from it, or whatever the case may be, you know, I'll probably start like a fan page or something like that, and we'll see where it goes from there. But not like I'm expecting 1 million fans. But my thing is, I'm hoping this is informational, and I'm hoping you guys get something from it that you haven't seen before. Because God knows I tried, I looked, I didn't see nothing. But in the meanwhile, you know, we're staying positive, and I'm gonna be out. I'm driving to Fontana. I'm leaving at 10. My PTA, or projected time of arrival, is midnight. The guy told me to be ready, and I'm pretty much booked. I got 1 more minute, so I'm gonna fit this in. Pretty much, I stocked a full duffel bag, an army duffel bag of. He told me to bring 5 days of clothes. He told me to bring food. I got all kinds of crap, but it's all like. I hate to say junk food, but it is. You know, it's crackers, it's chips, it's. I got this like can-made tuna. You know. I got man, hot chocolate. I got instant coffee. I have a thermostat of coffee. I'm bringing my backpack with all my folders, my papers, my Bible. What else? I'm bringing my cameras, and I'm gonna leave my laptop this round because I don't know how it's gonna go. And from my understanding, I'm gonna be back hopefully within 7 to 14 days for a brief day or 2 off. And on that note, you know, I know better what to bring next time. All right, signing off. Peace.